Well, good morning, YouTubers. We're at a church that in Oklahoma City, and we're going to do a weekend of wilderness first aid training. And wilderness first aid training has to do with emergency training in the sticks. What do you do? Somebody breaks their leg, falls, that kind of thing like that. It's good training to have. It's also, you also learn AED and CPR. So this is a 2-day course and 8 hours a day, and you get a little certificate with it too. So let's go inside and see what's up. This is some of our crew. All the usual suspects.
You grab one of these and these and those and those. This is just kind of tell you if you want to buy any of these or these. Because what you're going to get is an electronic version of it that you can download on your phone. He can go to professional level stuff. He was an EMT for about half a second. Basically, you tell that story. He basically went through just learning stuff and then got requalified and then never did. Because he went on to something else. He's an engineer at Tinker. And y'all don't do it on a live person. A person that's okay, but you're going to pull in and up at the same time. See, like that? Only do it really hard. Compress that. It compresses that lung and air, pops whatever it is out.
Oh, okay.
Huh? But good. Now, if he's a little bit bigger than Barry, because you know I just barely got around there. Thanks.
Okay, then what you will do?
Now, what do you got? Your rabbit, your tree, and your hole. You got it.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, you got your rabbit tree. Now take it around the tree. Just kind of use your finger. Here you go. Now you're going to have to grab it with your thumb right here, and then grab it with your fingers as you pull out. As you pull, and usually you're going to have to use your body to pull it because it's going to be hanging down.
You got it.
There you go.
Hey!
Sweet. And don't you usually, like, you have to have it down here? So
oh, when they start pulling you up, it's going to come right up under your, and being girls, not to be rude, but they didn't know how to tie it.
Nope. You just go, you want to create a circle. Okay, so you want to turn your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Only on your fingers. Don't get up here on your fingers. Only on your fingers.
Do I go down through this?
Nope.
You come over here.
Watch you.
Okay. Get your deal. Okay. Make this a little tight little ball right here. Touch it. And you stay on your fingers. Don't get on your hand. On your fingers right here. See how I'm just catching that middle knuckle right there?
There you go.
Actually, you made that work. I don't know how. Okay. All right. But now what do you got? You got your rabbit, your tree, and your hole. Okay. Now run the rabbit around the tree with one of your fingers. That's where you're going to have trouble the way you have it, because you got to go around that. Okay, grab it. Okay, now remember this is going to be hanging down, so you're not. You got this broken arm, so you're going to have to kind of like pull away to make it tighten up.
And then just grab that end.
Pull away.
Just grab that end. You don't want to lose that end.
Yeah. Pull
Now
it through.
pull tight.
I got it too short.
Yeah, it's okay. But just start with you. And okay, you grab you a mannequin. And let's line out here as hard. Let's line out here somewhere. Huh? Oh, he's got it back up there on how to do it. Okay. Yeah. Take one over there. Grab one over here. You guys grab one over there. Girls, grab one over here.
Okay.
Okay.
No fires. They're not in the water.
No gasoline.
No gasoline.
Have the car rag.
If there's a fire right next to that, I don't care. I'm going to take and pick them up, and I'm going to get them away from that. If it's hot.
Yes and no. We're going to get them
No,
away.
I'm not going to pick them up like that. Probably going to drag them, but for a static.
If we're not sure about what it's going to be and we can't get them away, we'll go over that a little bit later maybe, but we can talk about now. What we're going to want to do is we're going to get down under them, and we're going to want to get their head, maybe get them by the, get their toes, hold their head, and we're going to want to keep them as straight as we can as we pull them away. So we want that head not to move if we can help it any more than that. Okay. Okay. Very good.
I'm going to get underneath best I can and support.
With the head, drag him to where it's a safe spot.
Drag him where it's safe. I come across one time a guy that had run his hot air balloon into some wires.
Oh, that's not good.
And it was my 15 minutes of not fame but travesty that everybody goes through. You come across a car wreck or something horrific in your life, and this was my horrific moment. And the balloon went across I-40, and me and this very small girl were watching the balloon go across the highway because it was fantastic and it was cool, and they were running around with the balloon and couldn't get the fire going to get it cleared over the high tension towers. This is on the North Canadian River, which is now the Oklahoma River, where I-35
Right down there.
40 meet, yeah.
About 2 miles.
And he was going south, he couldn't get his fire up, and his balloon went into those high tension wires. Well, when it went into the high tension wires, it not only electrocuted him, but it caught the balloon on fire. He jumped out, fire came down on the ground, he fell, high tension tower height. The balloon was engulfed in flames, so it lifted up over the
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
up over the high tension tower, or the wires, went across the river, engulfed itself, the basket fell. All the time this lady's on fire screaming, and she quit screaming when she crossed the river, and there was an explosion with the propane, so I knew that was done over there. But I went to this guy, and he was in his throes of death, and so essentially what I'm saying is it was on fire around here, so I stamped out the fire. I didn't try to move, I stamped out the fire, and I did the best I could.
That's a better plan if that would happen.
Until help came, covered him up, tried to treat for shock, but he was too far gone anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to remove this guy from...
This one didn't fall in.
Right, I'm going to remove him from the flames, and then I'm going to assess the situation. The situation is, I'm going to, let's see.
All right. Let's say you come up and it's safe already.
Yeah.
You just come up to a guy like
I'm going to, hey, are you okay? Hey, are you okay? Hey, are you okay?
So,
What's his name?
I'd like to say something there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't get down there like that.
Yeah. Don't get down there.
Come up and kick his feet. Hey, you okay?
Really?
What is your name? What is your name?
Maybe a drunk guy that's just asleep.
Oh,
and
okay.
you
He's
get
coming
down
up
there in
fighting.
his face,
Oh.
and he's going to punch you.
Or come up with a knife or something. I didn't
Right,
think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Or at least it's like this, where you're
Yeah.
ready to...
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to, hey, are you okay? I'm going to kick his feet. I'm going to kick his feet and say, hey, are you okay?
If he
Hey,
doesn't
hey.
respond there, then you get down there.
Okay, then I get down there.
But keep your knee keep that knee up.
Yeah, like I had it. Like this.
This one is closest to it. No, keep it
Protect-
up.
protect it.
Keep it, put that.
Put this one down and keep this one up.
Right.
That way it's protecting it.
It's hard down here. He's can't get up and.
Right.
Okay. Then I'm going to assess the customer here. Actually, I want to be on the other side if I could.
That's fine.
If you don't mind. So I have this knee up.
Yeah.
And
The one that's closest to him, so that he can't.
He can't get you.
Okay. And then I'm
And
going
you can retreat fast.
Okay, so I'm assessing the situation. What would I do? Would I check his pulse?
Hey, Ralph. Hey, guys, time out, guys. This is Ralph. He's one of our Eagle Scouts from a few days ago. So.
Feel anything? I can't hear anything. So he's obviously not breathing. So would I check for his pulse also?
So,
I can't see.
Dean!
Oh,
You're in the way.
Elena,
They can't see the screen.
call
Thank you.
911. This guy isn't breathing.
Okay,
Let me know that you called him.
I will.
You get a response back. And then CPR if unresponsive and not breathing, chest compressions and rescue breath.
so in the non-professional, we no longer even have you check the pulse. You just start the compression.
Okay, so if he's not
breathing,
compressions,
so an adult who's not breathing,
it's going to be a heart attack.
he's probably in a heart attack.
Okay.
If he's not in a heart attack yet, he soon will be if he's not breathing.
Okay.
Okay. If he's not breathing and his heart's not getting oxygen, he's going to go into a heart attack.
So how many rescue breaths?
2 breaths.
And 20 compressions?
30.
30 compressions. Okay. And you're going to feel, here's his chest, here is his rib cage. So you're going to go just, is it above his rib cage?
So between the nipples.
Between the nipples.
Right here.
Okay, so right here, one hand over the other, and
like this.
like that.
Yeah, put the heel of your hand, put it in there. Put that right on his.
Right there, okay. And then we're going to sing "Staying Alive." Right there. Okay, so you're going to be square with the body.
Yeah.
And so you're going to go 30 chest compressions.
You're going to try and pull those fingers in.
Like these?
Right, so that you're only putting it.
It's really, okay.
If you can, that's fine.
Now you hear the clicking? Now
These have a little clicker in there.
think about the song, "Staying Alive."
Yeah, 100 beats a minute is fast.
Staying alive.
Do you have to count? You have to actually count.
You should, if you lose count, do the best you can.
Okay.
Count 30.
5,
You already did 30.
30.
Yes, and go.
Alright.
Then I'm going to do my rescue breaths. Okay, and I'm going to put my head,
Head tilt, chin lift,
hand on his
and
forehead.
not on his neck, his chin.
On the
Grab
chin.
his chin.
Oh, his chin.
Right. We're going to start on these, but you're going to put your fingers right there.
Like
You can do it on a real person, you can get under their jaw.
And then 2 breaths. And I can actually breathe in this.
Yeah. He's got a little.
Oh, I have to.
Right. And these he won't be able to. Alright, what if it doesn't go in?
Pull the neck back more.
So tilt the head forward. No, go ahead, tilt it forward and reposition. So just do it again.
So tilt the head forward.
You're just going to breathe in. Breathe in. Yeah, that's right. Alright, it went in that time. So you can get 2 breaths. And now what?
And then I'm going to go back to my chest compressions.
Alright.
Square, pull them up on my, and 30. Listening to it click.
Hey, I have this. Can you use this?
Yes, I can.
I don't know what to do.
I need to continue CPR while you use that.
Alright. What am I doing here?
Sit that down. One pad is going to go
looks like
where
it
it
goes over here.
shows.
It's all tangled up.
One goes on one side, one goes on the other. You're going to need to plug that in.
Apart.
I'm going to do 2 more rescue breaths before you push that button.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to do 2 more rescue breaths.
Yes, stick that under your hand.
Now, before you push that button,
Alright.
take your hands away from
Alright,
it, please.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, step back, assess. You can push the green button.
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
Stand clear.
Shock advised. Charging. Everyone stand clear. Everyone stand clear. Push the shock button. Shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to, wait a second. And what's the song we're singing? Keep going.
There's another song too, but I forgot what the song was.
15.
You didn't know that song.
What is it? 25.
1 minute and 30 seconds of CPR remain.
So you need to kind of support the neck too, right? Kind
Well,
of
the whole
lift the neck.
situation is it's easier for me if I'm supporting the neck, I can get down. If I'm like this,
Yeah.
because I'm a fat guy, I can't get down. So it's I've got
Best if you don't put your hand on the back of his neck.
best if you don't.
So better not.
If you
Okay.
have to do something, I would support I would just, right, I would
Somehow like this.
1 minute of CPR remains.
It also says, if you remember by Hanson, the bop, because I guess
No, I'm a staying alive guy.
and I guess Sweet Home Alabama is the same.
Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
that seems kind of,
And it says Dancing Queen and then Celia by Simon and Garfunkel.
You are the dancing queen, long and lean away.
30 seconds.
And then Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake.
30.
you got that version there?
Don't.
Sorry.
Oh, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Yeah.
I think you're done. It says about minutes CPR.
Analyzing rhythm.
Yeah. See?
So you're standing clear, so you're not touching them because your pulse might come through.
No shock advised. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
To begin.
No shock advised.
There you go.
So
Or I Will
This-
Survive.
this is
Looks like you have a lot of
I make an
options
old
there.
fat guy sweat.
Yeah. It just depends on, you know.
So you can pick one, right? What you remember.
Yeah. Crazy in Love, Beyonce.
That's funny.
30 breaths.
Don't.
What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. There we go. You gotta sing the chorus though. What's going on? Of course, you gotta repeat the chorus. Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror.
Everything's too confused with all these songs. It's Staying Alive.
Staying alive.
Another Brick on the Wall by Pink Floyd. Wow.
Hey,
The fullest
teachers.
songs to be found here.
Hey, the kids love me.
So what did somebody do? Go look up all the songs that have the same.
Ask somebody to count for you.
Just Dance by Lady Gaga. Huh.
The other guys could be doing this too.
I just wanted to keep watching. I'm sure you're getting tired by now.
I could go maybe 5 more minutes.
That's okay. It's only 17 hours need to be. I'm just kidding. Keep doing.
Are you okay? What's your name?
Crack that whip. Dee, 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 dee.
So, check the breathing. Here we go. Not breathing. What's your name? You call 911, work it out.
Do you have another, is that a different one or is that the
It is.
Is that the used?
Hey.
Otherwise we can take them out. We haven't yet. Split it like that. So it's just to hit your hands up, and then use your body. Keep your arms straight. Use your body. Because if you try to do this, you're going to wear yourself out so fast.
Oh, I see how you do it. There you go. Okay.
You get it clicking? Did we get air?
We did.
Okay.
That's hard, isn't it?
Slow it.
It takes more energy than I thought.
Than you thought it would, yes.
There you go.
Yeah. But you have to push yourself to give you.
And that's how fast the song goes.
Okay, just a minute. Very good. Let's switch proceedings.
Did you know you should be doing some disco today, huh?
Pedestal, that's it. Pedestal. Very good. Very good.
It's possible to do that.
And it's a pedestal, right?
Now, we're getting into breaths.
I remember that. Is the chest coming out?
Yep.
Okay.
It was. All right, now do more compressions.
30 more.
You said you work out at Tinker. I know, I used to work out, I worked out there for 3 years and go to class training out there, you know, I hate the song.
I forgot what song I was singing the other day, and I'm going, why am I singing that?
Make you start.
One more cycle and she's done.
Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
But that way, you know, if that emergency situation ever does arise, you know, believe it or not, you'd actually know.
Call 911.
Got it.
And come back and report to me.
And then come back and report to me.
Yeah. Cool.
See, if you're a little more robust, it's a little easier to do.
Yeah, for guys.
But girls can do it too. I mean, you can save a life.
You work at Tinker?
Yes, you do have to close the nose. Yeah,
You have to.
Yeah, you have to close the nose.
The arrow come right back out.
You might see the minute just not close the
If somebody that's small enough, like a nip or something, you can blow, you cover their nose and their mouth with your mouth, and that'll keep it coming. You do that, because on little baby, there's not enough room.
That's why if you have a mask,
If you found a little baby, you just put your mouth over their hand.
but not everybody carries a mask. I don't have a mask.
Started buying it, but it'll be,
Yeah.
you know, 6 to 8 years. I don't know when the first PBMs, the Casey ones are probably like the
But if
PBMs.
you're going to give breast,
They're pretty rough.
you
That's
know,
the
you're
first
pinching and
Casey
doing that, so.
PBM for.
But like, believe it or not, in an emergency situation, you just
have to
know what to do.
Another thing too, is if you're in this situation,
How did I know what to do? You just,
grab one of the AEDs and let's go through that. Everybody over here, you watch? Okay. All right. So you've already done the CPR. AED arrives.
Somebody else already done it though, right?
Huh?
Somebody else has already done
Somebody's
it.
down there doing it. You arrive with the AED. Okay. So what you gonna
Do
do?
you want to use the AED?
Yes.
Yeah, they disappeared.
They're still pumping while he's getting it set up.
You want me to do the compressions while he's setting it up?
Yes, sir.
All right.
There we go.
All right.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
And look at this, girls.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
See on the pads, they even show you where to put them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would do breaths while he's setting it up.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Go ahead.
that's probably on the chest a little more.
Well, go ahead.
There you go. All right.
Go ahead and
Fire it up.
Analyzing rhythm.
go ahead.
Everyone
No,
stand
you
clear.
stop it.
I was gonna say, you wait for him to do it though, because you want to continue compressions himself.
Shock advised. Charging. Everyone stand clear. Everyone stand clear. Push the shock button. Shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
5 cycles. That's how long it takes to recharge that. So how long would 5 cycles be?
I don't think you got enough time.
Now do breaths.
30 seconds. 30 seconds apiece, maybe 10 seconds for breath. So that's probably 40 seconds times 5. That's 200 seconds into 6 is how much? It's about 5 minutes, 4 minutes,
It says it only.
2.5.
1 minute and 30 seconds of CPR remain.
See, it's quite a bit.
Like 4 double A's or something? No?
Not double. Much bigger than. But it's on a capacitor. You can.
65 watch batteries?
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
go ahead and turn the off button on. Okay, that's good. Let's find another. Okay, girls, it's your turn. Grab you a dummy. Bring it out here.
I'll definitely wear it out.
You didn't know you were going to get a workout today, did you?
Most other countries in the world will sell that over the counter. Not even just
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
extremely huge competition.
No shock advised. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
Okay, let's down. Okay, what we're not going to do is, because what's going to happen next on this one, since we've all gone through, we need to move on, it's going to tell you shock is not advised. You get to save them. They die. It doesn't tell you. It's just shock is not advised.
Right. If you have writing, put something down on paper. All right, it's going to force you to come up with a diagnosis and commit to it. Later, as you're either handing this off to somebody else or maybe yourself, looking at that, as times go by, you may think, you know, that's not quite right. As it developed and we got some more signs and symptoms, now I think it's something else, but you need to write something down. And P is your plan. What are you going to do for this person? How are you going to treat them? Do we need to get... So I think it depends on how hot it is. How keep missing you know, that's what the
I'm just batting 1,000 here.
Make sure, yeah, make sure nothing, make sure this doesn't come off. Make sure. Okay, bend forward, put your arms out. Put your arms out, you can just pull this straight off. Off top, then come off.
Much easier than the way we just did it.
Oh, wow.
See that? It comes right down.
Yeah.
Huh?
That was pretty cool.
See, like that? Now, and then see, you got to stretch it.
You want to try that on them?
Take my shirt off.
No. Put the white shirt on.
Now, if you're in a survival situation, it doesn't have to. It should go through the armhole. The reason you need it to go through the armhole is that holds it in place so it doesn't slide. If it's just through the body of the shirt, it moves around. The armhole's holding it in place. That's why it's easier just to go like this and pull it off.
Now let me ask you a question. What if your person is so heavy that this just ain't going to get it?
They'll get it.
No. You double them.
Well, you could. Yeah,
You double them or triple them until it's thick enough to hold the person. And it doesn't have to be t-shirts. It can be jackets.
Yeah, sure.
It can be pants.
Sure. The t-shirt things works real easy. You just peel it off. See why this one doesn't. Right, now you coordinate, but you come up first. You come up together, but you come up a little bit because you don't want to go down on her head. So ready? Ready, set, coordinate, go. See the hold.
And I just drop it.
Pretty cool? You're on the trail, you found her laying there, so you don't know if she's falling, you don't know if something hit her, you don't know if but you probably know that the bear didn't whack her. Probably have,
You just happen to have gloves.
Well, no, you're going to have those in your first aid. You're going to have those. You should have some gloves in your backpack kit. Okay, I mean in your backpack in first aid kit, you should have a pair of gloves. Okay.
Do we improvise with faith in it?
Yeah.
You're good at planning, victim. Just do it.
She could have been playing in the rocks or doing something she shouldn't have been doing by herself anyway. Didn't do the buddy system. Although I will tell you that I've been on the Colorado Trail and 3 or 4 different instances over the years had single females hiking by themselves, which I think is totally ignorant, but I've seen that. Now, 2 of the 4 had big dogs with them, but that's a little better. Let's do something else first. Let's do something else. Remember the first assessment, the main thing? Let's look around, take about, 10 seconds to set, look around, check your area, make sure everything's okay. What caused this to happen? You don't want to cause it to you. Okay. Okay, so let's kind of look around, make sure everything's okay. Now you're going to look her over real quick for what? Vital things. You see big pools of blood. Is she breathing? Check those kind of things first.
Well, if she's not responding, you have to kick her. Kind of moving. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? If she starts moving,
You're
respond.
kind of half in and
She's moving a little bit when you talk to her. All right. So what is that? ABU. What is that? Alert, verbal thing. Verbal. She's alert to verbal stimulus.
Yeah.
All right. So does she have a pulse? Before you even touch her, tell me. Does she have a pulse? No. Don't check.
No.
Don't check.
She does?
you don't have to check.
Does she have one? Before you even check.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's responding and she's moving around, she has a pulse. Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to check to see. So we're going to leave that to later. Right? So she's breathing. She has a pulse. What else do we need to know? What's the other thing that we want to remember? ABC, circulation. So what are we looking for there?
Skin.
And trained, technically you need to assist them, not do it yourself. We have one over there on the table. If you've never seen one, you can get it out and show you. Has everyone seen an EpiPen before? No? Alright, he's got one right.
Oh, you just skipped straight from the hot dogs and went to the soup, huh?
Yeah. I don't care.
Ukrainsky borscht.
Ooh, yeah.
Like I said, be patient with me. This is the first time I've ever did this.
She's not a doctor.
This is another way to.
So Barry, it'll work better if she has some kind of pad or something under her, like a sleep.
Simply intertwine. Am I not doing that right?
No, you may have missed one.
No, I missed one.
Oh, it's just like you're lacing up some shoes. Aye.
Let's be up before you go.
Help me out here.
Alright, well, make sure you don't make it. You're gonna get it.
I need to pull
So
this.
why you have to do
In the event that you want to move somebody, you can stabilize them pretty good, where you can.
so you can run them, right?
Well, yeah, or so if their legs fractured or they have some kind of injury where they can't be moved, you can. This is different scenarios you can use
You're the victim.
in the wilderness that you can use what you have
I mean, it's comfortable.
to. Yeah.
Here, come down with it. Pull it down. We got plenty of that.
You guys, boys, you can get closer. You can get closer.
Well, we had to tell them to stand way back there.
We didn't alternate. These moves should be inside of each other.
Why is everybody on that side?
Yeah, come over here.
Because they forgot how to count 3 and 3. It's okay. My 3rd graders can't count either.
Just for this.
These guys can't even count.
It's really supposed to go all the way past the head, that way everything's supported.
Yep.
Your 3 fellas, grab someone on the rope.
Don't drop her.
No, let's try not to drop her, okay?
Don't drop her. She bruises like a grape.
Grab on. Grab on.
No trouble.
Hey, there you go. Look at that.
Just like that. Get it?
I'll just hold on. I gotta get lots of pictures here.
Lots of pictures there.
So we can post this bad boy on
Videos.
our website. Let me come from a different angle. Sorry, your video.
I'm gonna just keep turning this until I'm not going to do it because it'll hurt.
Please don't.
Okay. But you're going to turn this and lock it in here, and then you take this thing and put it over this so that it can't come out. And there's a little place for you right at the time that you put it on. So.
You turn this tight.
Everybody got that?
Look at the situation like this.
Swell when it is injured. Swelling can interfere with brain functioning. Brain injuries can be caused by a penetrating foreign object, bony fragment from a skull fracture or a small pillow or whatever, then you just make a little cravat.
Ah, cravat is a bandage. It's not a dressing.
Now, unless she's just trying to, she's not going to move that arm out there.
Huh.
Okay, there you go. You like that method? Left, right, right, left?
Yes.
Something like that.
It's easier.
I know. I was the king of knots, man.
There you go.
Yay!
I think they're taking a picture.
So you want to place dry gauze between toes and fingers so that you make sure they're not rubbing against each other, causing any blistering. Apply aloe vera gel. Provide pain medication and give fluids. You want to give them fluids, not too quickly though. And then you evacuate as soon as you can.
What we have.
Barry, where's your rope?
How much rope you want? My 100-footer out in the car.
I don't.
Okay.
This will get the idea across. So who's my swimmer? You can be my swimmer. Put that over your shoulder. Who's my victim?
Not around,
Over your shoulder.
neck. Not around your neck.
Over one, on one shoulder. And
Like you're wearing a purse.
So, like that. This arm too. There you go. Just like that.
Oh, you don't choke yourself.
Okay? And so, he's our victim, and what you're going to do is you'll jump in, and you're going to swim out way around him so that you never get within arm's reach of him. But you're going to drag that rope over so that it gets right there beside him. Alright?
This rope?
Yep.
Okay.
So the entire
You
time,
jump in here and you swim out around him.
the entire time that you're doing this,
And I'm talking to you to keep your focus on me. Hey, help's on the way. Can you kind of swim to me? Can you work on it? Swim to me?
can't.
Alright. Now, as soon as he gets the rope, I'm going to start pulling you both in, but you need to be ready to get out of that rope in case he kind of slips back and gets closer to you. Alright?
Oh, I see.
So that's the only rescue that we do with people who haven't been through the lifeguard class.
so it's really important that he's talking to him the whole time. You want to keep his eyes on you so that he's not, looking at her and going after her. Because if he sees her in the water, he's going to try to grab onto her.
And you don't ever get anywhere near the victim, right? So if you start to, you get out of that rope and you swim away.
Girls, what we already learned this morning about that? Exactly the same thing, right? I think you might need.
Alright. Everyone sit down and take it easy for a few minutes.
I thought you said my name was 30 minutes ago.
I thought they were there too. I think went upstairs.
Not quite ready.
Okay, let's go over the tab.
Find out how many people are in your group. Do you know your name?
I heard.
I want you to just stay still, okay?
You talk. You talk.
Okay, I'm going to assess the situation here, and I'm going to see that this person has dart underneath his eyes. So I think he's had a head injury. He's been near a tree, probably been thrown around. He could have a spinal injury. So we're going to keep him still, keep him in one spot. I'm not going to move him around. I'm probably going to.
I'm trying to shake it.
I'm probably going to. I'm going to check his extremities and see if he is responsive to any stimuli that I'm going to give him, to see if he has any broken bones. I can see I don't see any abnormalities or any broken bones. His eyes are open. Person over here to help me.
Do we have anything to under his
Have we got anybody to run
we
and
need
go
to
get
stop.
help?
It's bleeding.
I
We
don't
need to
think so
stop
yet.
the bleeding.
Have we got anybody to run and go get help? Anybody run to go get help yet? Anybody made an assessment of how many people are here? Okay.
All right, so we need somebody to do that, and we probably don't need 3 people over here, so one of you guys run, go get help, and find an assessment of how many people we have so you can tell the rescuers.
Bleeding is blood all over.
We have 4.
So the first thing we want to do here, even though he's unresponsive, we want to control the bleed, make sure he's not bleeding, right?
Okay.
Because his blood pressure, or his
So he's breathing.
Okay.
All right. So what happened? What do you think of when his heart rate was 100 and something?
Yep.
And now it's gone down to 60, and then check it again. Oh, now it's 50.
I mean,
And it's shocking how
yeah. Well, no, he's
so
in
you
shock.
compensate, and then after a while,
And it drops, so he's in shock.
there you go. So what are you gonna do?
We need to get him on his back and make sure he has it on. He needs to get on his back.
Yeah.
So I can grab his neck.
This is where, can you hand me one of those bandages and I'll put it underneath his head?
We want to get his feet up. How you doing, buddy? Stay with me. Cool. Your arm is numb.
I want to make sure this stays.
Good shot.
I'm trying to think now. Yes, he is. He's in shock right now. His blood pressure is, his pulse keeps going down. It was at 100, now it's at 50.
So what injuries have you found?
The only injury I found so far is the one on his forearm.
Okay,
So that's why I was going to bandage it now and start.
It was sterile, I promise. Okay, I'm gonna bandage your arm real quick, okay?
He's sticking his rib right here. So when I feel it, kind of here, it hurts so bad, and then it looks like it could be the rib broken there.
So now,
I can't lift him.
okay, have you checked his pulse?
He's supposed to check.
His pulse is very slow and shallow. Okay, and now if we check his breathing, can we check his breathing? Okay, so his breathing.
He's breathing very.
Okay.
Barely breathing, and so if you could see only if you could see this in this scenario, only this side of his chest would be raising.
Okay, do you have information?
This is the only side of his chest raising and falling.
Well, you can.
Yes. So what do we need to do for that?
Necessarily write the information. You tend to write the information that you can write. So what are the some of the things you would write?
So on his side right now,
So the lungs, this situation is not flat.
Makes it a lot harder, doesn't it?
Yeah. But right now we're just doing a visual. That one making sure that it's deformities. That's another one right there.
okay, so now what are we going to do for him until EMS arrives, until our rescuers arrive?
We're going to still want you over there because we're going to want you to get back.
Yes, so just monitor him.
When we get done, we'll go.
Anything else you can think of?
I will put on this one something comfortable, just like him on that. You know, since I have this.
What's one thing that we always want to do for a victim?
Make sure he's comfortable.
Yes.
That's part of it.
Step up.
That's part of it, but it's a little bit more than that.
It has to do with that thing in your hand. That'll give you a hint.
You want to elevate his life?
Yes, absolutely. We want to treat him for Shock. Okay, you always want to treat him for shock. So, there you go.
If that's not tall enough, you can use the sleeping bag over here.
Alright.
Let's get it up over on his heels.
There you go. Alright, so now you're just going to monitor him and treat him for shock trauma, correct? Okay. So you guys did a great job. You figured out what it was.
You can chill until we come back and explain it to you.
Yeah, well, okay, so we're going to let's go find out what's going on over here.
If you want to just leave everybody where they're at and then take everybody around at once?
That's
or bring
fine.
them. All right, okay. Yeah, you guys chill there for a little bit.
Okay, so we had like some really serious ones, and then we had a couple that were just, you know, superficial distractions, stuff like that. So over here, who is working on this guy?
I was.
Okay, you were. So what did we find out about him?
Well, he was responsive when I first got to him. He was worried about his friend. That was it. As I was checking him over, he became unresponsive. So we turned him over, laid him on his back, elevated his feet, and found out he just had a scratch on his arm.
Okay.
Or a cut on his arm.
Alright. So the cut, I just put it there as kind of a distraction, okay? It distracts from what might actually be going on with him, something that you cannot see. Irvin is fine, other than the fact that he was scared and he was worried about his friend, and he started to go into shock, okay? So shock, if you can treat it early on, you don't have to worry about it, but if you don't recognize shock early on, then it's deadly, okay? So once they started treating him for shock, everything started getting better, you know, his pulse started, you know, it started out pretty fast, like he was anxious, and then it kind of slowed down and he passed out. And then once they started to treat him for shock, his pulse came back up to a normal rate, and he's probably
now he's taking a nap.
Yeah, now he's just taking a nap. He's exhausted, okay? Okay, you can get up now, Irvin, and I put your water there for you. Yeah.
You want to undo that and show him the wound?
Oh, it's probably ruined by now.
Well, we'll see.
He had
It was
an
pretty
injury
gory.
to his left elbow or arm, and they said it was complained about it being numb, but he had a pulse, and then he had an injury to his left ankle.
Yes, okay, so...
Is that just dirt or is that stuff you did?
That stuff I did, that's
Good.
just bruising. He's got a small compound fracture, not compound, small simple fracture in his ankle. Nothing that's going to cause him to
We asked him where else it hurt, and he said his ankle, but
yeah.
it was...
Okay, so what would we have done for that?
Oh.
Well, we could have wrapped it, but I came over and helped with the unconscious victim. We kind of delayed.
Okay, so what would we have done about it if he had a
A lot of it peeled off just now, but at least
oh, that makes it look better.
He's got road rash. He's got some road rash on his arm.
Oh, that is gross.
And there was a lot more blood before. So he's conscious the whole time, correct?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he's conscious the whole time.
I stayed in communication with him.
Let's see that one.
I pulled him over when...
Let's see your wound there.
Also, another thing, I don't know if y'all discussed this in front of everybody else. He was really concerned about his friend. If you've got a situation like that, somebody's really concerned, especially if there's a parent, they're going to be freaking a lot of times. So try to get between them. Oh, somebody's working on them. They're
So he probably could see all the blood on this guy, and you know, this is just road rash. This isn't going to kill him. It's going to hurt, and it's going to look really, really gruesome. But that's going to give Irvin a lot of anxiety, okay? And that's going to push him further into shock. So you want to make sure you put yourself in between the two and do everything you can to talk Irvin down, calm him down.
But
you
don't
know,
lie to him.
you don't have to lie to him. Just say we're doing everything we can. Don't say he's going to be perfectly fine. You don't have to lie to him. But just, you know, tell him, you know, the truth that we're doing everything that we can. Okay?
California.
Well, I walked up on Junior here, and I immediately noticed that he was breathing still. Yeah. So I knew I didn't have to do CPR because he was breathing, and I knew his heart was beating. I didn't check his pulse though, but I noticed that he had it looked like contusion around his eyes, and it looked like he took a good hit to his head. So Mike came over, and I had Mike stabilize his neck in the event that he wasn't going to die. And I checked his pulse. It was shallow and weak, his breathing became irregular and he started going into seizures. So pretty much that's all I could do, is to keep his neck stabilized. You know, it's warm out, so I didn't cover him or put a pad under him. If it was cold, I might have rolled him and put a pad under him and a blanket on top of him, but I think he was going to die.
Yes.
And Junior ended up passing. So
did he end up posturing?
yes. So after that, we decided, okay, he's dead. We're going to try to help someone else. So I went. I was kind of a little confused, but I went over here first, asked if they knew how many people were in the group, and they didn't quite know. And Marissa went around, and she came up to me and says, I'm looking for more people in the group. She didn't find any, and then Mike and Marissa became the people taking the information and writing it down, and they were going to be our runners or our contact, that they were going to make contact, get GPS coordinates of the place and how many people and what had happened and that sort of thing, and then be runners. Did you find it,
even in this little scenario with this many people, kind of stressful on your details on what you needed to get?
Oh, it's almost impossible writing details down.
Yeah.
It's just you just
jump.
Even in a place scenario, you're just overwhelmed.
Yeah, you just
That's the idea.
Okay, so he did have a head injury. He had battle wounds behind his ears, which...
Did y'all find that?
Yeah, if you look behind his ears, he's got some bruising there. He's got bruising under his eyes, battle wounds there. He's got some, well, he did have some, so...
Hard to see with the dark hair, so I didn't see.
Cerebral spinal fluid, and so he had a serious brain injury. He obviously got jostled around. He's right up here against this tree, against this root right here, and he obviously has a serious head injury. He was moving around at first, so it was good that you stabilized him. He ended up posturing and dying. There was nothing that you guys could have done other than get EMS here faster.
Just for y'all's satisfaction, we always have somebody die.
We always have
just...
Okay, so, sorry, what were your names? Okay, Autumn and Elena, we're working on Sam over here. Whenever you guys came over here, what did you first find?
Well, first when I came to him, I asked him, are you okay? Can you hear me? So he kind of started responding, talking, but the breathing was really hard. I can hear it's kind of... Then I asked him where they hurt, and he pointed me with his hand where they hurt. So when I open, I start to see it.
Yes.
Did you do a square knot?
She did a square knot.
Good job.
So I start to observe and see where they hurt. So I see
it's all wiped off now.
And I see it's a hole there. And then I see in his hand stick.
That he pulled out. What about the puncture wounds? Leave it in, right?
So I start checking to make sure you know where he injured more. You know, maybe in the back somewhere. He said it's okay in the back, so he doesn't give me so much response when it's hurt there. But when I push the hair, it was hurt. So, but I didn't think actually about the lungs. You know, I think it may be broken ribs or something deeper there. So first, of course, I start to work with the anesthesia to make sure that it will stop bleeding. So I put the gas there, and then, you know, we kind of lift his hand, make sure, you know, we tight his ribs so it's not will be moving nowhere. Of course, I put some hand, you know, put something comfortable under his head, and then we lift it, make elevator so, and that's pretty much done.
Okay.
Oh, I looked at his hands was very weak. We didn't check the pulse, but I can see that he was very weak, and I asked him if he had, the hands were so weak, so I asked him if he can move the hand. He did. So I thought maybe it was some injury with the hand. So.
One other thing.
But there's one other thing that you did.
Yeah, you did this.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Well, but besides that.
Oh yeah, and they elevated his feet. Okay, so
always treat for shock if you're not sure.
So they came over here. They did after I asked them about it. They did check his pulse, and he had a very
very
fast, shallow pulse.
Why would he have that?
What?
Why would he have a fast shallow pulse?
Because he's trying to get oxygen in, and he can't breathe. So
yeah, the breathe was
he's very
compensating, right?
Compensating because so whenever I came over here and I asked them, you know, about his breathing, they said it was difficult to breathe.
Yes.
And I pointed out that whenever Sam breathes, only the right side of his chest is being raised. Okay. And so immediately she knew that he had a punctured lung. Okay. And so
then we start to tighten him on, kind of lifting him and tightening.
Okay.
This side.
So he had a punctured lung. His left lung was punctured, and he had a sucking chest wound, which means that his chest cavity is filling up with air and blood, and so it's compressing his lungs to where he cannot breathe. And so his right lung is filling, but his left lung isn't. Okay, and so every time he inhales, instead of filling his lung up with air, it's filling his chest with more blood, more air, and compressing his lung more. So what you should have done originally was put, instead of a breathable dress in here, you should have put an occlusive dress in here. Okay, something so that air couldn't come into this wound. Okay, no.
You guys talking about the plastic?
So something. So like even if you didn't have like. And you could have used a plastic bag, like a Ziploc. You could have used like a plastic credit card, something like that.
To cover the hole?
To cover the hole so no air could get in. And then you guys did a great job here by tying this around his chest, tying it really tightly so that he can't raise his chest, so that he doesn't have any lopsided movement of his chest.
What's one other thing you could have done? Right, roll him onto his left side to get that up to keep that.
The left side.
He died, but I told him he was gonna die anyways.
Was he okay with that?
That's pretty good when you come up. You're gonna die.
But anybody like have any questions or anything about this scenario?
What do y'all think?
Let's gather everything up and head back inside.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if we need to go back.
Yeah, one of these dad's on there.
Oh, good.
What? So what do we need to go up with them?
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody questions, anything?
No.
Oh, thank you for putting on the course.
Yeah,
The
now,
real scenarios. That was pretty cool.
And we offer more, we offer other classes.
And anything, if y'all need anything for a work or for anything, or you want some advance, if you do stuff for anything, we can put together a course for you. We don't advertise a lot of them, but we have certifications to do a lot of them.
Okay, say bye. Have a beautiful tie.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.